100 years ago, the Dark Wizard Hollowell raised an army and tried to conquer the world. He was stopped by an unlikely hero, Sheriff Aesop Stormwood. As Hollowell died, he prophesied that he would be reborn twice more and rise again. Stormwood looked him in the eye and said if Hollowell did, his descendants would strike him down. Sheriff Aesop Stormwood went on to form Stormwood and Associates to make sure they'd be ready for Hollowell's returns, a private detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. 25 years ago, Hollowell returned for the first time, and a Stormwood made good on Aesop's promise. But the third coming of Hollowell may not be so far in the future. But the young Raz Stormwood just might know it's coming, and she plans to be ready. Previously on Stormwood and Associates. With the help of the ARC team, Barrow Mackay and NK, the team broke into the Order of Greyhaven and stole their membership rolls. The Order of Greyhaven being an evil secret society that the Dark Wizard Hollowell was a prominent member of, and may still be. Anyways, they got in, they got the stuff, but only half the team made it home. Barrow, NK, and Kel were nowhere to be seen back at the office afterwards. A few moments later, everybody got a message on their phone saying, "Save NK." And so the team got back in their SUV and drove out to the Greyhaven Manor, where, sneaking around the now darkened mansion, I guess, the team encountered a powerful ward in the garden trying to keep them out, and they've just managed to break through that. So now they're going to go in and, try to save the day and do all that heroic stuff. The usual. Alright, so now you guys are just standing. So right now where you are is you are on the west side of the garden. There's this one-story part of the house that is right in front of you. If you're facing that one-story part of the house, to the left is like the main house where you can see like the big grand terrace and all of that to your left. And then, but in front of you is kind of this, like it's a patio. It's like, so what's in front of you is like a patio that runs along the house with these pillars. And then, on the first, it's just the row of pillars and kind of this like outside covered porch with the house beyond it.
If I'm correct, the Grand Terrace is raised up from the court garden.
Yes.
So, like, there's a wall that I could theoretically hide against.
Yes, but I mean, you're not really at that spot right now because you guys went off to the side.
Oh, okay. We're way over by the promenade.
Yeah, you're by the arcade loggia.
Oh, that side. Okay.
Yeah, you're on the east side. The promenade patio is on. I'm sorry. The promenade patio is where you came from. That's on the east side. You're on the west side of the garden right now.
Right. We went all the way over. Yeah. I thought we went back.
No, kids. Remember, you were at the center of the garden at the fountain, and you decided to go the most a different direct route.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Either that or you. I take it back. You take the perimeter. The perimeter would have led you back also to the to the west side. That was where that path went. So.
Okay. Cool. Now, could I put together what I know from inside the house?
All right, so
that it connects to this.
All right, so Yeah, you've got some rough ideas. So you know that this part of the house you're by doesn't have a second floor.
Yeah.
But you're on the side of the house where the like the two-story part of the house, which if you're facing the two-story part of the house connects to this part, and that's the two-story part of the house closest to where you are is where you know the vault was.
Woohoo.
There you're in, because you explored the west side of the house. The area where the vault is, you can actually see has some false windows to make it look like it's not a vault. But yeah, it's so you're on that portion, but again, you're on the garden.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go to the Grand Terrace, you would have to go around an external part of the house, and there would be a wall there. But this kind of covered walkway, you also know leads to a door that is inside the house, that leads closer to the dining room where you were before. When you originally broke in and were wandering around.
Yeah. Well, straight in through this patio, guys, or around the corner to the terrace?
Let's go through the patio.
Okay. Through the patio, I guess.
Might as well try.
If there's a problem, they can solve it. If you need to find someone, they can do it. Stormwood and Associates is a detective, security, and federally licensed magic users agency. If you need help, they'll be there. But don't get in their way, or else you'll get caught in the eye of the storm. So the first floor patio, there is a door at the end of it that leads back inside. Someone roll me a d10.
8.
Okay. As you guys are walking down the patio towards the door, it opens.
Oh no.
And two men carrying guns, wearing suits and sunglasses at night for some reason, walk out onto the patio and hit a button, and all the lights along the roof of the patio light up, brightly illuminating the path. Mara, because she's got a good hide roll, kind of ducks behind. There are a series of pillars along the garden side, ducks behind one of the pillars. But the three of you are, I'm assuming Babbitt tries to, but they rolled higher than your hide roll.
Yep.
And they're just sort of the three of you are just kind of standing in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And these two guys pull out their guns. So everybody roll initiative.
13.
14.
That's right. I'm going to add stuff to my initiative roll.
Yeah, it's 1d10 plus your sweetness.
6.
Did you say 6?
Yup. Because I rolled a 1.
Oh dear.
And then let me roll shouldn't keep all my character sheets on the same document. Alright, her character. There we go, Mara. She's at 10. Alright. Bill, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to try actually, no, I'm going to try immobilizing them.
Okay.
At least one of them.
Alrighty. And let's review the immobilized. They've got to beat a 1d10 plus your level. So roll me a 1d10 and add your level to it.
Alrighty. Bam. Oh. That's not great. 4.
So they both beat that roll.
Normally that is much more imposing.
Babbitt, you're up.
Okay, Babbitt will just run at one of them and cannonball him in the stomach.
Alright, so roll your attack. That's 1d10 plus your bare hands plus your level.
Uh, 14?
Yeah, that hits. Alright, so roll your damage. That is 1d10 plus your bare hands.
7.
Alright, so he's dead. These are fodder. Alright, that's going to go to Mara. And she's going to sweep out from behind one of the other ones and hit the guy in the head with the bat with a nail in it. And she's completely going to hit because she rolled a 10 on her attack roll. There's no way that misses. And, her damage is going to be... Ooh, that's not great. Yeah. Drop the die. Alright, before I can read the number. That means I get to roll it again. Ahaha. And good for her because that's 11 damage. So he's just... So, Mara swings the bat and just... This is inappropriate for broadcast television. And he falls dead to the ground too.
They just showed our faces reacting as she hit him.
A little bit of blood splatters across Babbitt's because he was right there. She's got to pry the guy's head off her bat with her foot.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that is so gross.
She, you see her pull a thermos off her belt. She starts pouring, because the guy's gaping, bleeding wound, he just starts pouring the blood into the thermos.
That's pragmatic, I guess.
Yeah.
I have simple goals.
Yes, you do.
Wasted so much time being all nice and polite earlier tonight. Just knocking people out. I'm going to bring my mom back. I need a lot of blood.
And this is why we're not pissing her off, right? Right. All right. Let's
go.
Screws the top on the thermos and just sort of clips it to her belt. You can see, you might notice that there are like 3 or 4 other empty thermoses clipped to her belt.
Oh boy.
I'm just imagining like the retro little kid ones.
That works. All right, so you guys gonna approach the door?
Yeah.
All right. So you open the door. Are you guys gonna turn the light off?
Yep.
All right. Click. You turn the light switch. The lights go out. Now there's just a couple of corpses in the dark. All right.
It's my new metal band.
Corpses in the dark. Actually, yeah. Let's stop this whole podcasting thing and start a metal band. Kyle, you're gonna have to learn how to play the drums.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So you guys enter the door. You guys are in kind of like a preparation area. Like for where food is like put on trays before it's taken into the dining room.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Where you guys? Okay, so in this room, sorry, there are two doors. There are two doors. You enter from the arcade. There's a door to your left, and that's kind of like a double doors that open wide, and they look very similar to doors that you saw when you were in the dining room earlier tonight. And so you can probably guess that those lead to the dining room. And there's a door to your right, which is just sort of blank and unmarked and unremarkable.
Well, if I remember correctly, we gotta go. The dining room is like next to or a room away, or like a couple rooms away from the grand hall.
Yeah. You know, the dining room also connects to the big terrace that the grand ballroom also connects to, and that you didn't go straight from the dining, like you went a couple of rooms over to go to the grand ballroom earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, into the dining room we go.
All right. You enter the dining room. All right. Someone roll me a d10.
Doot. 5.
8.
Go with her.
Okay. I'm going to decide which one I went with. Next time I'm going to name someone to roll that die. All right, so you are in the dining room. There are French doors to the terrace in here that you originally entered the first time you were in the dining room. Out on the grand terrace, you can see the lights come on as you see a guy dressed similarly to the guys you just killed graphically a minute ago. A guy doing that steps out and starts smoking a cigarette. You can see behind him another two guys walk out, also dressed like that, and they're talking to Royce.
Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Raz, roll me a d10.
3.
The guy smoking turns to his left, makes eye contact with you, and drops his cigarette.
Ah.
drop to the floor. I think would be my first instinct. If I could hide myself at all.
All right, so you're going to drop to the floor.
Yep.
All right, well, so you drop down. No one. You hear muffled talking through the door. And you hear. Bill, roll me a d10.
1.
So he's like, Bill,
I'm having such bad rolls
this
tonight.
guy runs up to the door, and with the other two, like, so you've got 3 of these guys in black suits. Royce did not come over. At the French doors, and one of them is struggling to get the keys out to get in, and they are just looking at you, and they have their guns out. They don't see Mara. What was your hide roll again, Babbitt?
3.
They somehow, Mara and Babbitt managed to hide. So the way this is working is I'm doing layered rolls. Is that if these guys, I'm effectively giving everyone kind of a hide, but I'm effectively giving a reroll for Mara and Babbitt against their hide score. So the roll is to see if they glance to your direction, and then the hide will then if the 2 characters who can hide then get to still use their hide bonus to hide from. That's how I'm rolling this. And these guys rolled bad, so for Babbitt. So Babbitt, you are still hidden. But
okay.
so Mara and Babbitt have managed to duck behind things, and you're just standing there in the middle of the dining room with these 3 guys, and one of them is trying to get the keys out to open up the French door. He's trying to open the door right now. Bill, what are you doing?
Oh boy. Okay, so he spotted me, right? I'm sorry, I'm a little...
He's making direct eye contact with you. So these are French doors. They're back. You're in a room with the lights out, but there's enough light coming in from the terrace where... So you are a man standing on the far side of a table, staring across this dining room the short way against 3 guys who are right now trying to open the French door, and they are looking at you. And you know the only reason why they probably haven't started shooting is because they don't want to damage the house.
All right, so I'm going to run.
All right. So you're going to run. All right. So you are on the west side of this room. The dining room table is down the middle. There are 2 sets of French doors. They are at the north set of French doors trying to get in, and they're going to get in a moment. You can either go back out the way you came. You can run, and then there are 4 interior doors in this room. There's the way you came. Then on the opposite side, on the long side of the room, there is a door that goes into the East Rotunda. And then there are 2 other doors that you don't know where they go.
Gonna
Rotunda.
go with what I know into the rotunda.
You're gonna go into the West Rotunda. All right.
Yes.
All right. Roll me a d10.
All right. 8.
All right. And what's your sweetness?
Sweetness is 5.
All right. I'm gonna start using the term swiftness more often as we transition to 2nd edition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same stat. For listeners at home, the stat in 2nd edition that is right now in beta is just, we're renaming that to swiftness so it's not confused with sweet move points. That's all for the listeners. All right. So you make it into the East Rotunda. And luckily no one's in the East Rotunda. So in the East Rotunda, everyone else is just sort of hiding. These 3 guys burst through, and they are headed towards where Bill ran. There's a door behind you. There's a door in front of you, and there's a door to your left. The door to your left goes to the gallery hallway, the gallery hall, And that's where you know there's a flight of stairs to the second flight. That place you've been before. To your right, you know that's the room that was being guarded before when they were doing the auction. All right.
Yee.
So,
I mean, I'm not in there, but yeah.
Right. No, but you've got 3 doors. You can go to the hallway that you know both leads to the grand ballroom and also has a staircase off of it. But you've been both of those places. You can go to the room in front of you where you don't know where it goes, and there's a door to the right which was being guarded earlier the last time you were in this room. Where do you want to go?
I mean,
And we are back in initiative order, by the way, so we're keeping your old initiative from the last combat.
oh, okay.
Because, Bill, you were at the top of that anyways.
Oh, okay. So this is me.
This
You
is
were
you.
asking.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm really out of it tonight. I
You're the
apologize.
one running.
I know. I'm gonna go into the room they were trying to guard.
All right. That door is locked. All right, so now we are at Babbitt. You guys can see these 3 guards are running. They are past you in the room, but they're still in the dining room.
Okay. So I'm behind the table, presumably.
Yeah, you're just behind the table.
Okay. I would like to grab onto the top of a chair, the top of the back of a chair, and use it to flip myself over onto the top of the table, and keep holding on to that chair because I am flinging it over the top of my head at these people.
All right, so sweet move.
Sweet move.
Do we all vote that this works?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so do I. So are you swinging it at them or throwing it at them?
Throwing it.
Okay, so I need to know that it's your range stat.
Yep.
All right, so sweet move, that works. That's your range plus level plus 1d10.
All right.
So everyone should be level 2.
Yep.
So that plus your range.
Yep.
Plus 1d10.
5.
5?
Yeah.
All right, so the first guy you hit, he just sort of like goes down, and then the shards hit a second one. Who he's still up though.
Yep.
All right. So the guy you hit is gonna turn around and he's gonna take a shot at you with his gun that he has.
Makes sense. Yes.
All right. So his attack. So does a 7 beat your sweetness plus level?
That would be a 7.
So it does not beat your sweetness plus level. So, okay. So he takes a shot at you and he misses. The other guy is going to run after Bill still. And so he's now entered the East Rotunda.
Oh boy.
Mara is going to take a swing at the injured guy who's in the room with her still. And so that is... She's going to swing at him with her nail bat. So that's a... I need to have her stats up in front of me. I gotta keep flipping between the map and her character sheet. So that's yeah, that hits. Alright. And then... Oh, come on. 4 minus that guy's stroke, which is 4. So she hit, like... She does not... She must hit him... She hits him with, like, the side of the bat, and he just kind of stumbles, but he doesn't get hurt. Like, she doesn't hit him with the nail. Alright. And that brings us to Raz. Raz, so you're still in the dining room. You duck
Yep.
behind the table. There's one injured guy in the room with you, and the other guy's gone through to the room that Bill ran through.
Yeah. I dropped to the floor. So do I have a good line of sight to the guy in the rotunda?
No, you don't have a sign. You can get a shot off at the without moving. You can get a shot off at the guy within the room who's with you. Who's injured.
Okay.
But you would have to run to the next room to see the guy who's in the rotunda.
I can't just like lay on the floor and look through the open door under.
No, he moved out of sight. He moved out of sight.
Dang it!
You would have to follow him to get a shot off, and there's the injured guy's between you and the door.
Okay. I'll shoot Mr. Injured.
All right, so roll me your attack. That's 1d10 plus your guns plus your level plus 1.
7.
That hits. You must not have rolled well.
Huh? No, I didn't.
All right, so
They did
damage
real
is,
bad damage.
damage is 1d10 plus guns plus 1.
10.
And
11.
He is down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's down. You shoot him, he is dead. All right, and we are back to Bill. Bill, you are in the rotunda. The door you tried is locked, and now you've got one of the guards in here with you.
All right. Time for a psychic flamethrower.
All right, so what's your guns plus level?
My guns are 2.
Your level's 2. And
So 4.
so technically, you're supposed to add a 1d10, but there's no one to spill over on because it's fodder, and your base stat just evaporates this guy. So you psychic flamethrower in him, he just poofs.
This day.
All right, so, but as you poof him, which is, I believe, your first full magic spell. Oh, no, you did the immobilize, so that just didn't work out well for you.
That didn't work out, yeah.
Okay. But as you poof him out of existence, you hear kind of an alarm go off, an alarm bell, and suddenly, like, kind of, almost like the whole place just kind of turns red. Like, the house starts glowing red. Like,
Oh, jeez.
it's not like the lights turned red. It's like the house itself started glowing red.
Okay.
If you'd dispelled the ward earlier, this would have happened earlier.
That's of little comfort, voice in my head.
Oh. All right, so Mara enters the East Rotunda, kind of shaking another thermos. See, if you put them, make them dust. I can't do anything with that. She kicks the pile of dust on the ground.
Sorry that my life was in danger.
It's like, can you cast a spell that's like a spike through their head or something? Like,
I haven't worked on anything like that. Also, that would be super gross.
she kicks the pile of dust and says, "Oh yeah, this is so much better."
What happened?
I killed a guy and didn't leave anything for her to collect blood from.
Yeah, I know. What happened in the greater scheme? Why is everything?
Oh,
weird?
Basically the warding spell is gone, or at least it's down. They know we're in here now.
What? How did that happen?
Probably when I killed the guy. In retrospect, a bad decision.
Actually, roll me a d10. Bill?
Yes. 6.
Bill, you know that someone could have manually triggered this. You got spotted by a lot of people.
I mean, on the other hand, a lot of people did come in here, and so they might have just triggered this on their own.
Also, frickin' the guy who probably set up the ward, like, was out on the terrace with the bodyguards that saw us. So he probably saw us and knows that we're here.
Great.
Alright. So, you guys are in the East Rotunda. Or the West Rotunda. My map has the directions wrong. And so sometimes I'm saying the wrong cardinal direction.
I know.
We are on the west side of the house, which is west in the layout of this house, because this house is oriented northwards for reasons in the world that this is set. The real house whose map I stole is oriented the opposite way. And so I have complex magical systems in my head. It makes sense. All right, so you guys are in the western rotunda. It's a rotunda. We'll call it the rotunda.
Yep. And we're standing by a locked door.
Well, there's a locked door, but there's also there are 4 doors in this room. One you just came from the dining room. There's a locked door that you know was being guarded earlier that Bill discovered is locked. There are 2 other doors off of this room. One goes to the gallery hall, which leads both back to the grand ballroom but also the stairs you took upstairs last time are there. And then there's another door that you've never entered.
I'm curious about this locked door, because it was also locked during the gala.
I'll try to unlock the door.
I try to crack
So
it open.
Babbitt's gonna try to pick the lock.
Sure.
All right. So that's the disarm trap device, and so have to roll a d10 against the difficulty of the device. Roll me a d10.
8.
You pick it open immediately, like this was child's play.
What's in there?
It's a room.
Just a room. Okay.
There's nothing in there right now. Really, like there's some benches and a table, and then it looks like this is normally an entrance room. So it's kind of like there's like cloak hooks for like coats and things like that. And there's a door that, just based on relative space of the house, you're pretty sure leads outside.
Right.
Okay.
There's some windows. They're nice.
Okay, what else we got?
Okay, there are 2. So off of the rotunda, there are 2 other doors. One you know where it goes, and the other one you've never been through.
Do we check the one we haven't gone through yet?
Might as well, I suppose. We need to know where things are.
All right. You open the door. You open the door, and it's a billiard room. There's just a couple of billiard tables here. Some cues against the wall. There is another door in this room, but it's just a couple of billiard tables and like some windows out to the front of the house. And and there's another door.
I grabbed 2 billiard balls.
Okay.
And put stuff in my sweatshirt pocket.
Okay. You guys can assume more people are coming.
Yeah. Other than that, we want to get out of here. Go back to we wanted to get to the Grand Hall.
Ballroom. So we should probably head over there.
Seems like our best option.
All right, so you know that there's a direct path from the rotunda to the Grand Ballroom through the gallery hall.
Yep.
All right. So you guys run. Are you guys going to run? Are you going to walk? Are you going to...
I'm running.
Casual?
Run. There's no sense in being sneaky now.
Right, but, you know. So, Babbitt, you're in front.
Mm-hmm.
Mara's also right behind you. And then, so as you enter, so you run through the gallery hall. There's nothing in the gallery hall. I mean, it's just a hallway. You reach the Grand Ballroom, and the lights are on, and it is empty.
Huh.
You're standing in an empty ballroom. Is everyone now in the ballroom? Everyone following?
Yes.
All right. Bill, roll me a d10.
Great. 10.
There's a large section of the middle of the room that you don't think anyone should go near.
All right, everybody. I know this hasn't exactly been my best day, but I'm going to need you to trust me when I say don't even go near the middle of the room.
What do you think is there?
Nothing good.
My name is Trey Dorn, and I was your game master for this session. Joining me, as always, was Kyle Johnson as Babbitt, Nick Izumi as Bill, and Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood. Stormwood and Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West. It's a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.